It helps if I can be seen.
Millions find a local.
Are we live? It looks like we're live. Let's see if it's behaving properly. This is what happens when I don't stream for a while. I no longer trust the tools. Are we trusting the tools? Okay. Alright. We appear. Still a little loud, but it should be fine. And we'll see how well it works. Oh wait, we need to check our other channel. Let's see if we can convince YouTube that we're actually playing a game, eh? Okay. In theory, it's working. So we're just gonna sit here and chill. Because, well, we can talk while we... Right. Okay, this is getting dumb. Four of those. Do any of you sell? You don't sell inscription materials. Okay. Well, from here we're going to go to the ship. Because I know I can buy inscription materials there. Down to floor 1. Oh, I... what are you doing? Chrome, stop. This is a problem. Okay, we need inscription materials. We need 24 level 3s. And we got 6s and 7s. And there were 32 of those. So we'll get 16 and then we'll figure it out after. So now we're just going to sit here and scribe scrolls for a couple minutes while we peer inquisitively at our network usage to see if we can figure out why it's blowing up. Because I have replaced, so I thought this was a problem on my end. Things that have been replaced. The line that runs between my house and the street. The network card in my computer, I got a separate discrete network card. The modem from the internet service provider. I told them about the issues I was having and they just straight up swapped that out. I replaced my Ethernet cables. So we did that. I set up failover, actually, for my onboard Ethernet card and the other one, because right now it's using both of them in teamed mode. So in theory, they're working together and providing redundancy. But as you probably saw earlier in the stream, that's just not good enough. It's just, it likes to disconnect me. So we will see how that goes for the rest of the stream tonight. And maybe I'll end up with unhappy calls to said service provider tomorrow. Because this is, I think, the first stream I've done since I swapped out the last piece that I hadn't, which was the Ethernet cards. Well, not the Ethernet cards, the Ethernet cables. I've upgraded. I now have Cat 6s instead of ancient Cat 5s. So it's just like, okay, I replaced all of my hardware. In replacing the hardware, I, of course, had to get different drivers because, well, it's a different card. And, yeah. I'm not sure what else I can do on that front. But for now, we're just chilling, filling our wizard spellbook. Now, this build, when we get all the way done with it, is going to be 18 wizard and 2 artificer. But we've got a while before we add that extra artificer level. But we're going to take that at level 8. So we took 1 artificer at once so we could get all of our trapping skills started, basically. And then we're going to take 6 to get level 3 spells on wizard. Then we'll take another artificer for rune arm usage. And then we will, then we'll do things. Then we'll take the rest wizard. But we're going to start out here pretty soon in Korthos. Now, Korthos is, of course, ridiculously easy. But it provides Coin Lord's favor, which is inventory space. So we're going to do it anyway. And it's pretty quick. Alright, so we need more 6s. and then we will prepare some wizard spells, and then we will be on our way. Now, as for our leveling order, we're going to start out going straight for Harper, because we want int to damage. And after that, we're going to look to get our Eldrich Knight basic stance for our imbue. And then we're just going to kind of bounce around until we eventually go into inquisitive. So, because inquisitive is just not that good early on, we're going to be using a repeater for a while still. So, wizard. We will grab jump, and we will grab shield, and we will grab, I don't know, sonic blast maybe? And we'll grab burning hands. All this stuff over here, we don't need this. We don't need these, we can pull them out if we need them. And we'll put buffs down here. We already got our spell components, but let's take a look here. So we're going to want Harper. Harper's going to be first. We're going to want Eldrich Knight. We're going to want Inquisitive. And that's basically all we're going to want. Let me just double check our build, make sure I'm not lying. Yep, that's where all of our points go. And of course the racial tree. So we do have 7 racial points, which is very handy. We're not going to go in EK yet, because obviously. But Harper, we're going to come here, 1 more damage. We will grab int to hit, because, well, we don't have it. And 1 point to know the angles, which is not enough to do anything. I will not be maintaining that. But we have 7 points here. So what can we do with 7 points? Well, we can get 1 to hit and damage. And if we look at our equipment, we have a nicked repeating light crossbow, which means, by virtue of being a gnome, we'll grab awareness here. Here we are at level 1, and we spent our 7 points to become permanently blurred, which is much earlier than usual. Sorry, we're level 2. We're not level 1, we're level 2. And we get gnomish weapon training, so we have +2 damage right off the bat from that. But before we head into any dungeons, we need to set up stuff from our past lives. Epic past lives. Well, what do we want? We will grab Colors of the Queen for our primal. We'll pull out double shot, because that's what we'll be using later. We'll pull out enchant weapons. That's 3 to hit and damage. That's very nice. We're going to pull out fort for now. We'll use skill mastery later. And we'll pull out grace, just because. Or sacred. And then we haven't really done iconics. So we have Shader Kai. And I believe that just about does it. We don't have anything else special to pull out on onto our bars. So we're just going to make some ammo and get ourselves back to Corthos. Now, one other thing we could do is I could come into Archmage and grab magic missiles so I could maximize them, because I do have maximize. And that's probably worth 1 point, but we will see. Now, unfortunately, because they did take away the... Hello? Are we stuck? But because they did take away the gold rolls, and because effectively I was away from the game for a while, I don't have a bunch of XP gems hanging around. Like, I had enough to get here like halfway through level 2, which is nice because it lets me start out with something to go off of. But it's not like I'm starting at level 3 and I get a bunch of extra gear. Now, it has occurred to me that when I pulled my gear out and I was planning my gear sets for like level 5 and stuff, I neglected to consider that I only had the my second level of Artificer at level 8. So those sets include Rune Arms. What do I not actually have? Rune Arms. Oh, we're gonna get our dog out.
Ahead is the cellar where the Caneth crystal is hidden. You can feel the life-saving heat emanating from the magic crystal Boldar spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who will doom Korthos by destroying it.
OBS is yelling at me. It wants me to change my encoder settings. So this is not the most compelling of quests, but I've actually spent a lot of time in the last day or two just messing around with builds, looking at how imbues work now. So I've done a couple different things with Inquisitive, because Inquisitive is super effective. Mostly Inquisitive is super effective because it's like the only universal tree that gives you appreciable numbers of dice. And that means that without it, you're kind of limited, which is what I ran into when I was looking at doing a Warlock. Because Warlocks have an imbue, and it's an imbue that not only does it do the normal stuff, but it triggers not only on melee and ranged, but also on Eldritch Blast. Unfortunately, Warlocks don't really have any dice, except for like 3 dice from like their 5th core, I think it is. So it's like, yay, it's an imbue, but you only have like a couple dice, so it's not really doing much. But on the flip side, if you're Inquisitive and either an Eldrich Knight or a what is the Alchemist one? Those also give you dice based on level. So when this is at cap, I should have 28 imbue dice, which is a lot of imbue dice. Like, it should be pretty sick. But we will find out shortly just how sick or not it is. Elite, yes.
Dust and mold fill this ill-maintained storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of rain nearby. With a large silver key falls,
That was lucky.
Sarhagen emerges from a
So, fun fact, you don't have to kill this guy. And because I don't care about the loot, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna walk over here, complete the quest, and ignore him.
More swinged it appears that the floor in this room can be moved and rotated.
Here we go. 45 seconds. This is why it's like, well, is the XP that good here? No, not really. But it is relatively fast. Like, it's not good compared to some things, but I mean, that was 1100 XP in under a minute. So, still above my base threshold for heroics, especially early heroics, of 1000 a minute.
Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall to the west. If you search the wall, you may discover more a treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here.
Now, one downside with repeaters is that they do have sort of an animation lock thing going on.
Performing a
which is annoying, to say the least. Dog, finish that off. And we are off to the races. Like, I'm very glad that I got the Quiver of Alacrity. It is super handy.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own. Another treasure
We'll, of course,
chest.
ignore all the chests.
The
We do not
cultists
care
got it.
at all about the
It's
loot here.
yours now. There's another Sahuagin. Another crest drops out as you smash the altar. There might still be
Crest
other
number 2.
altars elsewhere in this crypt.
Get rid of them, get rid of them. Around. Right on. Except, of course, it is them who is falling apart, not me, but, you know. It's them. They are the problem. It's them.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil. When the altar collapses, a third crest appears.
So that's one reason I'm actually not firing there, that last set of shots to finish him off deliberately. Is because if I did, the animation lock slows down how soon I can pick up the crest there. Now, does that level of optimization really matter? No, probably not. I just find it annoying when I try to pick things up and I can't. So it's more to do with my personal annoyance than any, like, super optimized gameplay.
Your bold action saved Korthos.
But yeah.
Brought the Sahuagins
Again,
fell
2
to
minutes,
the
1000 XP. Not very good,
treasure
but
chest in the antechamber
next one is the
is
Collaborator,
now
which is much
yours.
better. So we'll see how that all goes. I think we're going to get a friend for that, though. Why? No particular reason. It's not necessary, but it's not going to hurt us any either.
Lips as you walk by. Cautious
Hello.
looks have become friendly nods.
I would like Byron to defeat everything for me.
Presence is
Thank you.
requested in the tavern.
Where's Byron? There he is.
Your waiting bears fruit. This must be the collaborator stepping in from the dark.
Hi. Now the question is, can we outkill Byron? I think the answer is yes, which is not always the case with a lot of builds. Alright, this is too far away. Much better. And we still outkill Byron when we stop and mess with our setup. Probably.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin
Oh, I should probably buff.
but you hear more of them gathering outside for a final assault. You notice a small chest.
Fine, I'll loot the chest. Alright. I know you want me. Come in and get me. Now, one benefit at these low levels of an overpowered defeater is actually something you lose when you get precise shot, which is once you have precise shot, all of your arrows will only hit the guy you're targeting, which means if the first arrow kills them, the next two just kind of disappear. But before you have precise shot, you can get collaterals, which is like if your first shot kills something, the next two will go through and hit the next guy. So it's a little bit of like pseudo AoE you can get early on before you get precise shot. That was a slow way of doing that. I should have just run past and pulled this lever to see if they could hit me. Hey Jack of a Drexel hand. You're unreasonably healthy, but, you know. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have stopped the loot. Oh well. But yes, this one is much better, you know? 2 minutes, close to 3,000, I think? Yeah. So this says 2,600. This down here, which you can't see, says 34, which is how much you actually get when you factor in tomes of learning, guild bonuses, and that sort of thing. We'll grab this ring, thank you. And now it is time to go out into the wilds of Korthos. Now the wilds of Korthos are not exactly wild, but they're again relatively quick. We get some Coin Lord's favor. And yeah. Plus, I just like Korthos. I mean, it's probably nostalgia because it's been the same for like 16 years. But it all kind of holds up. Where's my hireling? I'm going to put him on a bar over here. And we're off. Yes, I am prepared to defend myself in the combat area. Thank you. What I'm not prepared for is falling down before I talk to the quest NPC. Alright, let's try this again, but with less failing at, I won't even call it platforming. I'll call it, ability to not fall off a cliff. Kill these, and in we go. Now, the reason I'm not putting up public groups is, for these quests at this difficulty, it will take longer for people to get here than it will take for me to just run through and demolish the entire dungeon. Which is a problem we can run into in certain things. Now, I will probably put up looking for groups when we hit the harbor, or I'll probably do it for what? For Keep on the Borderlands, which is where we're headed next. Just because it's long enough, but I'm going to put a note in that I'm not waiting, because even more so than Korthos, the Keep on the Borderlands quests are fast. If you wait 5 minutes for someone to get there, that's like 2 quests. So this is of course not a big deal in some of the later on quests. Like, if you're in Crucible and it took you like 20 minutes and someone joins, well, the other thing is, because they're so short, that joining halfway through is different. Like, if they join halfway through Keep on the Borderlands quest, they've got like a minute to get there. If you join halfway through Crucible, you got like, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how far through halfway through is and how fast that group is going. My last couple Crucible runs have been, oh, that's right, we need to hit the gong twice. Twice we hit the gong. But my last couple runs of Crucible have been pretty quick. They've been like 15, 16 minutes. It's really helpful when you're on a build that can do all of the things. So I've been doing the swim, I've been doing all sorts of things. Now, this build, I don't think we'll be doing the swim. I mean, I might, but I don't think I'm going to have evasion. So it's a bad idea. So I probably won't be doing it in Heroic, but in Epics, I might. Because I do have the aquatic bracers that drop from there, which is, I would say it's irony, or maybe it's just interesting game design, that the aquatic bracers that make the swim much, much easier drop from the chests in Crucible, where you really could have used those on your way to beating it. Go away. You just stay out of my way while I'm puzzling. They actually come over and help, and by help I mean stand in the way while I'm trying to turn blocks.
The mist solidifies into ice over the ancient creature, but it's not enough. You need both jets to affect a thing of this size. A layer of ice.
Okay, you can die now.
Guaranteeing
There we go. Great success.
Korthos is safe for
Now, this build would probably be better if I were a rogue. If I took 2 levels of rogue and not playing on the 2 levels of artificer. But I really don't like inquisitive at low levels. It just feels pretty bad until you get to level 12 and you get your like 30% faster attack speed. So I have chosen to probably make a weaker overall build at cap in order to use a repeater while leveling, because, well, that's what I prioritized. It makes things just that much nicer. Plus, it gives me the ability to use rune arms, and I do like rune arms. It's like a full extra slot for gearing. And I have some decent ones. Like I have the Lucid Dreams one, which is handy. Oh, right. I need to set these guys on follow. But yes, this is not actually going to be a repeater build. Repeater is just temporary for leveling. I don't know exactly when I'm going to switch over. Like, I do have a rat catcher, so maybe I could do it at 7. But I still don't like repeater at 7. Or sorry, I still don't like inquisitive at 7. So we'll see. Now, if there were other people in group, I would stop to do traps. As it stands, I don't think the XP bonus of doing the traps is worth the time it would take me to stop and do them. Now that I think about it, I'm probably wrong on that. But at this point, I'm not going to backtrack. Now, the funny thing to me is... What do you mean I'm not facing the door? So yeah, you can open that door by going and turning the valve, or you can lockpick it. Or knock, if you have knock. But yes, there's 6 valves, the 2 big ones in front, the 2 on that side, and the 1 on the front side, and 1 on the back side. Yep. Now we just come here. And you see, that was the collateral I was talking about earlier. I shoot 1 3-round burst, and and yes, 1 kills the first crystal, but the other ones follow through and kill the others. If I had precise shot, that wouldn't have happened. The first one would have killed the crystal, and the rest would have, well, they would have gone into the void. They have disappeared into the abyss. Right.
Stay alert.
It's really unfair. I've got past lives, so I'm going to let Byron actually rage. That should give him a little bit more of an advantage. But yeah, so this build should be pretty strong at cap. It's pretty strong now. I'm going to need another like full level and change before it really starts to be able to do a lot, because that's when we get into damage, and that's plus 8 damage on a repeater. Which is, I'm already at plus 15 damage, because it all adds up. So, alright, where is the plus 15 coming from? I'll wrap it up in a second. You're interrupting my lecture time on builds, Sachwagen. Alright, so, we have plus 15. 2 is from Past Life Ranger. 3 is from Deadly. So that brings us down to 10 left to figure out. Alright. Of that 10, 3 comes from Enchant Weapon, and another 1 from here. So that brings us 6 unknown. And this is a... Oh, it's over. You know, normally that thing seems to drag on, but if you're trying to actually talk through something, it turns out it passes quickly. So we have 3 damage on this. So we're getting 3 from a past life, we're getting 2 from the enhancement. I don't know where all of it's coming from, actually. So it's plus 7 on the weapon itself. So that includes stuff like the weapon enchant past life. but it doesn't include things like the Ranger past life. So the Ranger past life and the other one, that's 5. Trying to figure out where else I have damage. The Monk past life, I think, is just 1 damage to everything. But I know it's not all past lives. Oh, that's right. I have +2 from enhancements as well, from being a gnome and it being a light repeater. Now, here is where I would really struggle as ranged, because there are like the bats, and bats are a pain to hit with ranged. However, my hirelings can take care of the bats. And actually, I have my my hands too. You know what? I use them so infrequently. We're just going to always maximize that. I think the 200 is from a thing. What is the thing? It's from a proc on Colors of the Queen. Oh, I accidentally hit one. It's fine. They'll all die eventually. That's great. He just like, I will save you. He just teleports in, starts swinging. My hero, Byron. He is actually the hero. If you are new and you don't have past lives and you don't know what you're doing with your build, he will clear quests for you while you figure that out. He gets redundant once you've figured it out, but until you get to that point, he's super handy. Yeah, see, now it's at 14, so one of them's coming from this. So much health compared to everything else. Now you can get this treasure chest if you pick the lock on that door, but it only has 1 item in it. Now, depending on your build, you might really want that item, because one of them is a set of gloves that is +1 to UMD, and UMD is super useful early on. And another one is one that you can, has a charge of shield on it. So it's something that you can use even if you can't use shield wands. That traitorous Jacoby Drexel hand. I know, right? He appears before you. Not quite alive, but not quite dead either. Welcome, Duncan. Got knocked off my mount by being hit for 0 damage. Stupid Sahwagan.
This entrance leads down to an ancient Canid aqueduct. Resilient spider.
Just gonna drive by everything with our machine gun. I mean, repeating like crossbow. Okay, let's do this. This. Swap to that. And now let's see if my hirelings die to traps, because I'm not disarming them for them. In fact, I'll just walk right down the middle. Even if they hit me, I have enough health. It does not matter. This stuff has been power crept a little bit. And unfortunately, you cannot just like open that while you wait for your hirelings to kill it, because this is one of those levers that's powered by life force. It does not unlock until you kill things. Alright, what do we have? Is she down here? She is not, but we'll kill this guy for the extra FP while we're here. She's not down there, right? Yep. Okay. Gotta go to the other cells. Now I said we're doing Korthos, but we're not doing Misery's Peak. I don't have the AoE for it. I mean, could I do it? Yes. Is it, like, efficient or a good idea? No. What? Is this one of those things where she doesn't spawn unless you walk far enough down? Oh, okay. I had some, like, I thought you could see her if you were, like, from here. Oh, that's what it was. I thought she was going to be on that side, and she was behind this arch. Because I actually wasn't trying to cue her. I was trying to, like, just see her visually. Oops. I did run a, but thank you for pointing that out. I did run an Amber Temple with someone who was trying to cue the scrolls from the door, and he's like, Mrak's not in the basement, and you run around, and I eventually go check. It's like, no, Mrak was in the basement, because he just kind of looked in the room. Then that one, I know, doesn't even, like, spawn until you walk into the room. And we'll go ahead and take 3, because there's no reason not to. There's no penalties. Alright, where is the Wizard Trainer? I think it's over here. Cleric, Paladin, Barbarian. I was going over here anyway, because we're hitting keep in the Borderlands next. Hello, Goblin Wizard. Hello. Next level is Wizard. Yes, thank you. Concentration. Spellcraft. And I've got a ton of points, and Wizards don't know how to do jack. So, we're going to learn how to swim, and we're going to not learn how to jump, because we can actually cast jump. We'll take UMD and take search. Sure, why not? I don't really want to try to max my search and spot and all that yet, because I have another Artificer level where I can catch up on that. Alright, next we are taking Rapid Shot. Spellcasting, skill, very ranged, Rapid Shot. And okay, I guess we'll get these two. Now, one problem here is that I don't have Ghost Touch, which is a little problematic for the for when Reapers spawn. Because yes, we will be going on Reaper, even though we don't have Reaper points yet. It's fine. Right. We will bank this 1 point. The Strategic Combat 2. And I suppose we will we'll bring out Know the Angles. Because now it actually lasts 2 minutes. It'll be worth casting for 4 damage. Feywild, Swipe Signet. Nope. Okay. R1, KOTB. No. Waiting. Yeah, we'll take up to level 3s. Reaper. Update party. Now, technically, I could have gone to the harbor and gotten Frenzy instead of Byron, but I'm not gonna abandon Byron like that. He's still got like 40 minutes left on his contract. Now, the real question here is, do I recall when I get 1 more point, so I get the +8 damage for the rest of the quests? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, because we have a horse. We can get back pretty quickly. And yes. By the time we're done with these, we should be able to take level 4, spend our Reaper points, and do the Harbor 2s. Right, just TR'd, and my map is tiny.
These must be the caves of chaos, where the cultists and their monster
R1.
allies
Oh,
have
yes.
made their base. The door behind you seals shut as you enter. There's now only one way to go. Forward. That's fine with you, as
Oh look, a
cave
Carnage Reaper.
contain much treasure.
Oh look, a dead Carnage Reaper.
Stands behind a magical barrier, guarding a pile of treasure. Always more. The Minotaur sneers. He draws you adventurers like moths to the
Go.
flame.
Take out the bats.
Have fun starving in my cave with the treasure just out of reach.
Now I can't exactly cast a lot of those because I do have Maximize turned on. Go.
This crest matches
Crest
one
one.
of the sockets on the Minotaur's barrier. There must be more somewhere in the cave.
Whatever am I going to do? These skeletons are immune to frost. Besides the fact that they're not immune to stabbing. Now they could be immune to stabbing, but they're not. They're just resistant to stabbing. And I don't exactly have blunted ammunition.
This should be enough crests to fill all of the sockets on the Minotaur's barrier.
Alright, scorpions, right? Yeah.
With all three crests, we can fill all the sockets. The magical barrier
We do, of course, have to kill these, because you can't exit out by running out. You have to
Now the treasure the
recall,
Wizard
and I
had
don't feel like them
is
interrupting me.
yours for the taking.
I think there was a patch note that you can no longer farm these things for Reaper craftables. Like, the items have to be a certain level to break down into shards now. So, no more, like, creating level 7 characters and coming in here and just hard farming for your, for Reaper shards. Which was apparently a thing people do. It's never something I did, but... because while I'm down for a lot of grinds, that's not one of them.
As you walk deeper into the cave, you hear guttural voices in the distance.
This is a magical key that you can't find. Well, actually, no, this isn't like a magical thing. Their explanation is fine. It's basically like, after you kill them, then you look around the room and you can see the key, which really is kind of classic D&D. You have to kill the people in the room before you can figure out what is in the room. First you kill them, then you loot the bodies. Now, granted, you can loot the bodies before you do that, but that's usually referred to as pickpocketing.
In the far corner of this chamber, as the first lever is pulled,
I love that my dog is over here, like, kind of holding its own against two mobs in Reaper, when the dog, because I only have one level in Artificer, that's a level 1 dog. It's not even a level 3 dog.
you hear the muffled voices of hunters.
But it's the man now.
You can hear the rumble of the sealed doors
Yeah.
sliding open.
Fortunately, these quests are relatively straightforward, but unfortunately that means I don't have any particular tips or tricks to show. It's just, you know, kill the dudes. Kill the dudes harder, faster.
A massive bugbear growls as the chieftain dies.
It is really handy to just have self-cast shield, so I don't need to worry about taking chip damage from magic missiles.
The door to the treasury opens with a satisfying click.
Ooh, a docent. Unfortunately, I have already done my lives for Warforged, so docents aren't super useful to me. And let's see. The funny thing is, I normally go to the fire side here, but the Niche Repeater does cold damage, so I should go to the fire side, right? Wait, did I say fire? I normally go to the ice side. That said, no, I like the ice side more. I like the layout more.
Fearing for their lives,
Do I have any way to justify that?
for your
No.
help dealing
I just like it more.
with orc tribes that dwell inside this cave. Judging from the decor, each direction
gonna set off the alarm.
Tribes home.
Yes, you can actually jump over that if you're not wanting to set off the alarm, but
Several orcs rush around the corner, roused by the alarm.
oh, interesting. That is an interesting trick that I hadn't considered, but I also hadn't considered like going back to do heroics, just because racials are such a long grind that I was just like,
Possible new cheat
hadn't crossed my mind. But that is a good point. You can just use the same armors and then just change the feats based on the class you're playing. I'll have to keep that in mind. Plus, it depends on what you're playing. If you're playing a lot of arcanes, so you can like self-heal with repair. Oh no, something in my inventory is damaged.
and the sound of grinding gears can be heard somewhere in the cave.
Thank you for that tip. I learned all sorts of things. Like, I think I saw a stream the other day that I saw a new skip that I didn't know about in Vaughn 2. He missed the jump, but from what he was going for, it looks like you can bypass the maze, which would be super handy. Because I already know the bypass on the ooze side. Well, both of them actually. There's the first one to bypass the beholder, and then there's the way that you can jump around the edge in order to bypass the killing the arcane oozes part. I also was shown in game like only so many ways to get leap. Oh, like do you need an actual leap to do it? Not just jump. No, I came around this corner because I wanted to kill the runner, and I walked straight into this Plague Reaper, so that's not great. It worked out. It was just like, oh no, Plague Reaper. Yeah, jump leaf and sprint boost preferably. Okay. I didn't realize it was such an involved one, because I hadn't tried that one yet. But one that someone showed me in game, like within the last couple days, is actually there's a jump spot to get to the first the first of the 3 defense parts in Madstone Crater. Now, granted, it doesn't let you bypass a lot, since you still have to go and, like, free the giant before you start it. But if you're trying to catch up with other people who are ahead of you, it's good to know. And I'm just sitting here as if I have precise shot and I'm trying to build up stacks. Oh, no way. Why is he not counting as exploring the caves? Do I have to go and talk to the crone first for it to count as exploring?
Elderly kobold demands your attention.
There we go.
Cessation of hostilities. The kobolds react to the news of their chief's death.
Yeah.
With what seems
The
like
XP here isn't great for the individual quests, but one advantage is they're all close together. So you're not spending a lot of time like running around to the next chain or whatnot. It's just like, nope.
strike down their leader.
You spend like 10 seconds between quests.
You enter the caves, determined to eliminate another threat to the residents of the keep.
I should set them on aggressive. That's why they haven't been doing anything.
As the last goblin dies,
Now, this quest is a little bit more annoying
debris and
because there's that part where there's a big group.
rock on this stout door.
And my AoE at the moment is not ideal.
The squeal of metal on metal.
Like, we're just going to round this corner, and there's going to be, like, 2 Reapers staring me in the face. Okay, Fear Reaper. Now this is where a precise shot would be super handy, because I'm killing stuff in front of the Fear Reaper, and not the Fear Reaper itself. But it's fine. We made it through. Only took minimal damage, too.
As the door opens, a small goblin cries out, "Me, Chief, now! You go away!" The goblin falls.
Alright, so we did hit rank 12, which means we can get our extra damage. But we're already most of the way through, and I'm not convinced that having more damage is going to make us appreciably faster. Like, when you're already one-shotting things, there's not a whole lot of point to trying to optimize further. Now, if it's the difference between two-shotting and one-shotting, then even like a 10% damage increase makes you go twice as fast. Well, that's assuming there's no one else to finish them off. Let's see if it bugs. Last time I was here, one of them didn't go off. Like, the sound happened, but the light didn't light up. I was a little bit worried I was going to mess that one up. I was a little bit distracted by, you know, the everything. Okay, fine, fine. I'll turn around and give it another shot. Just back up while we shoot. Take some extra pot shots there. It's all good. A couple extra shots off there. And we're ready to open the next door.
Something about this section of the
Yep. Then finish off the caster while I grab a lever. Because this lever is not locked by life force, so we can just pull it even though there are guys alive. And there we go. Faded lovers, I do not care. I am in robes, because they have Mythic and Reaper on them, so 5 PRR at level 1. Which is really the only thing I'm looking for in like level 1 to 2 gear is, does it have Mythic or Reaper on it? Because the Mythic or Reaper stats are worth more than basically anything else on that piece of gear.
You can see no guards ahead, blocking the entrance to their camp. Just as you
Now, I do not have the social skills. Oh, right, we need to actually talk to this guy. So we'll do it the slow way. And slow way is still, you know, not very slow. It just means you need to actually go and click on all the things instead of skipping past them.
You're looking for a way inside. I've got just the thing. But I might need something myself.
So we go through here, we find out about the rat bone, we find out about all the other stuff. We get 50 extra XP for finding all of them. And then we move on. Now, this quest is one that it's really handy to have, like, improved precise shot, because everything's all nice and lined up. But we are not at a level where that exists. Alright, grab our adventurer's pack. Grab our rat bone. And we get to run all the way over here to talk to Boomfoot. Right. Wait, I succeeded on the intimidate? That was unexpected. You know what? I'm gonna enchant your weapon, and I'm gonna enchant the dog's weapon. Like, everyone's gonna get enchanted weapons.
This should be more than enough to create an uprising in the Gnoll's ranks. Chief Bloodgleam bellows at the crowd. You would trust this outsider over your own chief? Have you forgotten everything the cultists done for you idiots? The Outlanders seem to reconsider. But you have something that will convince them. You hold up Grave Maw's blood
Come on.
and reveal
Go
that you
aggressive.
found it in the
We can
chief's
do it.
shrine.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. There we go. And now you be dead. It was all a ploy. Being aggressive was good for me, not for you.
Another group of gnolls rushes into the chamber.
Right, where's the next set? I think there's only one more set in normal. Like, because Epic also has like a set of wolves that come in from the passageway on the right, but not at this level.
The Outlanders cheer.
Yeah.
Believe that they can finally leave the borderlands behind. Those fools!
I already have a Dusk Palm with Mythic 3. Because reasons. But yes, the Nicked Repeater is just stupid broken at this level.
Chief Bloodgleam and the other cultists out of the way, Eula and Oro can finally escape into the wilds.
Now, if there were one that I should go and level before doing it, would be this one.
Eula tells you to
But
hold
we're
on
making
to
bad
the
decisions.
little chaos
Well, okay, we're making suboptimal decisions. They're not bad decisions. And we're gonna see if we can get the quick kill here. See if we get lucky on spawns.
Whispery voices and scraping sounds announce the presence of undead.
Because you don't actually need to go down to the jail at all, unless you want to do optionals, or if you want to, or if the page spawns there. But we do need to kill some of these because we need 8 total kills. Alright, and since we didn't find that, we're gonna try to go forward. And I like to check the shinies room just because. Now this is another one where you can't queue from the door, which can be annoying.
Unseen voices murmur from the shadows
There
of
you go.
this chamber.
Like, I've made that mistake before. It's like, oh, it's not here. It's like, no, it was there. It's just, it's behind the silverware, and you can't see it from the door. You can't even see it from, like, halfway in the room. So, now I know to go in and check deeper. Now we get to kill here to get most of the cultists dead. And once again, we have managed to not find the codex page. That's okay. There are a couple spawn points it can be between here and the last boss. Now let's see if the way is open or not for us. I still haven't figured out what makes it so that sometimes the puzzle's already solved and sometimes it is not. And I don't know if it's RNG or if it's based on something else you've done, but let's see what we've got. Oh, we got an easy one. Here, here, and there. So, the page isn't over there. Now, one place, like, I kept wanting this place forever because I couldn't find it. there is a spawn point for the page, like on one of these benches right here. Alright, there's also one here, and it's not there. But, you know, this is fine. Sometimes it's right in here with the last boss. So maybe that's what we got going for us this time. Just gonna fight the ads first. And he's dead. And there's the codex page. And there we go. Now, you can mess this up if you don't have someone with search and you can't find that door. Then you can, if you kill the boss too fast, you don't get loot because you can't find your way into the treasure room. Fortunately, we have search, so not a problem. You know, I'm not sure why I thought that these would take me to level 4, but it looks like I was wrong. I think I have like one more gem in the bank. So I might use that gem to get me up to level 4 before we go to the level 2s. They're all grouped up. Fire, and shot, and some more fire. And that basically just makes them way easier to finish off. But I really need to hit like 5 or 6 for it to be worth casting that instead of like just single targeting. See if they interrupt me. They cannot. There we go. Nice job. Now that could have screwed me over with like Reaper spawns or Hezru spawns. But turns out, nope, we got lucky this time. Now this one I will do, because you only need to do the one trap. The 10%. It's actually pretty healthy. Alright, and that's Borderlands done. So, now we will be able to take plus 8 damage by getting into damage and heading to Harbor. I would actually need a lot of XP to hit 14 of XP gems to get up to level 4, because that would require rank 16. And I'm only rank 13. So, just gonna grab... Oh, that's why I can't get it. I don't even have the 10 points spent in the tree. We'll get health. I wasn't even as close as I thought. I still need another rank to get it. I put the no waiting in there because if you don't, it's kind of assumed that you'll like wait for people to zone in, and most people are polite about this. Like, they do that thing where, you know, you're at the crosswalk and someone like a car like stops and waves you across. You're not gonna just like sit there plodding along taking your time. No, you're gonna try to like at least act like you're hustling. And then sometimes people are like, yeah, they can wait. And those people, we hate those people. It's like, we are trying to do something nice for you and you are taking advantage of us. Please do not. Go. dogs are more dangerous because they do a knockdown. We do not like knockdowns. Knockdowns make us get hurt a lot. Yes, even though, like, Byron can't carry or anything anymore, I still think it's valuable to have him around for the reason that you just saw right there, which is that I shot the dude, it did like 98% of the dude's health, and, well, I can then ignore them and let the hireling finish it off, instead of having to do a whole nother shot at him. That's what I mentioned earlier. That's a case where having like +1 more damage is effectively twice as much damage, because it goes from taking 2 shots to taking 1 shot. And yes, I know that I didn't kill enough to get Reaper XP, but I mean, come on, it's Bring the Light. It's like 30 Reaper XP. Let's go for something a little bit bigger. Oh, someone joined. Alright, I have no idea about the strength of this ranger, but I operate under the assumption that people who join stuff at this level could solo it, so I don't tend to babysit much, unless asked, or if they like say they're new. That's a different matter. So I'll just take the long way, and let him take the short way. Because this stuff goes so much faster when you split. Especially stuff like, well, like this one's a good example, and information is key is a good example. I'll take care of this. Go. There we go. 7,000 XP on that one. Much nicer. And because there's no named loot here, we're not going to bother looting. And now for the fun one. Now, this one, I do kind of wish I had precise shot for. But we do have this. Stealthy. You, passive, stay. We are not going to be stealthy. We are going to take the kill things that are not profits route. Which is, as I mentioned, much easier. Wait, what? I think that my party member is killing profits. He's killed one so far. That's a profit. That's a normal kobold, and see, that's where precise shot would have been good. One of the shots went through the kobold and tagged a profit on the other side. That's profit. That's profit. That's Plague Reaper. That's a normal kobold. This is a shaman, right? Warrior. That's a shaman. And that is a plague reaper. Let's see if we can get this before we get mobbed. There we go. Note that we are still only in green alert because we killed the non-profits. Oh, nope. That one was me. We're down to, that's 2 strikes. Fortunately, we have 6 strikes. Yep. Nice, easy 5k. And now we can kill these guys so we can get out of here. So yes, that is not particularly stealthy way of handling stealthy, but it works. All right. Oh, he was picking off things that are not profits too. You can see he's got 10 kills. Very handy. We were on the same page. We still don't have our Reaper points, and Reaper points are going to be handy. I mean, mostly it's health. A little bit is having the double shot thing that we can use. But it's all nice.
Be careful down there. End of the tunnel, you see a makeshift gong, a lone kobold.
I didn't kill him on the first shot. Go. Sent you down. How many shots does it take? 1. How many do you shoot at once? 3.
The soft sound, like that of a snoring animal, echoed along the tunnel.
It's fine. We didn't need those. We got our kills, right? Yeah. Like, we're not going to be short on kills to get our Reaper XP. Oh, famine. That would have hurt if it hit. A little bit more Reapers than usual, but it's no big deal. We take some damage. Sometimes we kill them, sometimes we don't. Okay, for the Reapers, we always kill them, because we can't run away. They will teleport to us.
Metal grinds on metal, and ripples spread across the water.
The question is, what do we start putting points in next? And the answer is actually going to be Eldrich Knight, because when we hit level 4, we will have 3 levels of our thing. Our thing being Wizard. And by our thing being Wizard, we mean we'll be able to get the 2nd core, which means we'll be able to add elemental damage to every shot on the repeater. So it's 3 times as effective. Which is, you know, amazing.
Has been unceremoniously discarded beside a brazier.
So that's actually really nice. Or I think it will be. I haven't actually done this before. I've done, well, actually, I think I have done an Inquisitive Eldrich Knight, but it might have been Sorcerer, and it was a long time ago, like long before the imbue changes. So I haven't done this kind before.
cheerfully agrees to show you his collection. He leads you below the tower, then motions you closer to
Yes,
sleep.
yes, I can sense the danger.
The air is chilly and damp.
Which is good. It gives me something to do while we wait for him to, like, walk around and then go
Magic
away.
must be at work here.
And you know what?
Librarian scans the shelves much
We can buff our friend here.
Best wait for him to leave before
We can buff our dog. We're gonna give our dog jump. Everyone knows that you have to teach your pets to jump, right? Come on. We're waiting patiently, and by patiently I mean not at all
The
patiently.
librarian has left the room. Quick! The librarian's voice shrieks. I know your true intentions, thief. My traps will be the end of you.
180 no scope. I did a little bit of damage. I didn't kill anything. Oh. My dog needs to not follow me here. Alright, I think the next two rooms are both on the left. There we go. Fortunately, we can still queue them through walls. It's unfortunate that you can't queue the things through walls in the Crucible maze anymore. It makes it really hard to convince a hireling or a pet to pull levers. Like, they're like, oh, you want me to go to that socket? No. No, I don't. I want you to pull the lever, so I'm not trapped here. Right. I never had much... Oh, really? I mean, I've done it. It's much better if you have a party, obviously, but... It's tricky. It was way easier when you could queue the valves through the door. So that, you know, you could target the valve and actually tell the hireling what to pull. As opposed to just, like, looking in that direction and hoping they'll get the right idea.
You have found what you came for. It is time to leave this vile place.
All right. Take 4 and then hit Butcher's Path. Oh, I probably shouldn't do that. Well, it's okay. I hit a couple things on the way down. Where is the wizard trainer? There you are. Hello, wizard trainer. We want intelligence. And we want all the wizard skills. And by wizard skills, I mean we want more jump. No, we don't want more jump. We want spellcraft, concentration. I could have sworn... Good evening. Yes, I do know that trick. I keep forgetting to use it, though. It's easy to mess it up. But you're right, that you can do that in order to keep the thing targeted, even though you can't queue them through walls anymore. Yeah, we'll just grab Disabled Device and search. Yeah, search. And swing. Sure, why not? Lesser Death Aura, Master's Touch. At level 2, we scribed all of the scrolls into our spellbook that we could get. Now, we couldn't go to Portable Hole, so we didn't get all of them, but went around to all the different scroll vendors. Let's see if he started without me. He did start without me. Okay. But before we go in... we'll get Strength, because we don't need the Agility. We'll get Physical, because that's what kills people at this level. There we go. forget how to pronounce your name. Something Ader. Ah, okay. I'm assuming that is a model of plane. Or a unit designation? Now here, we can't just run past everything because, well, we need to kill stuff. Helicopter. Ah. I am not going to be a sea knight. Oh well. It's going to be lightning and ice, so that's kind of like being on the sea. Though I suppose that's not an Eldrich Knight. You know what? I'll go hit that. Why not? Oh, he's already got it. How are we doing on kills? We need 21 left. Like, am I a tiny gnome? Am I strong enough to lift this door? Yes. Uh, 12 left? Yeah, we're gonna get through it. Without having to do any more side trips. Go away, stupid ooze. Oh, family. Like, yeah, I'm gonna sidestep that Nike's Ray. Like, nope. We're not just gonna tank that to the face. I have learned better. And the fun thing was that when we did it, we also dodged a lightning bolt from one of the shaman. Go. There we go. Get to do Havern. Oh no, we get Dirk. Honestly, we should probably be up on like R3 or something. Got the share off so he knows which way we're going. Apparently back in the day, hirelings didn't have Everbright weapons, and they would break their own weapons on oozes. So, oops. But yeah, nowadays you don't need to worry about that. Well, I especially don't need to worry about that right now because I don't have a hireling out, but if I did, rest assured, their weapon would be safe. And we'll get another, like, dozen experience for turning this valve. Okay, it's like 60, but still. Ooh, it's got like 300 XP from the monster manual. Although, there are certain monster manual things that will give you a lot. Like, going to Feywild and killing a bunch of the plant dudes gives a surprisingly decent chunk of XP. And I think I got another big chunk of XP for certain demons when I was doing some quest I don't normally do last life, and it's just like I got several different monster manual upgrades, and it's just like, oh, okay, well that's handy. Alright, twos. Plants, bears, Abishai. Abishai is one of the things that gave a lot. I forget which quest I was doing. And I was just like, oh, that's a bunch.
Underneath the floor sets your nerves on edge.
This is a thrilling quest as we stand here. And watch the kill counter go up. Hooray! Great success. But you know, 45 seconds for 2000 XP. We'll take it. And off we go. Now the thing is, we're not going to be able to actually get our Eldrich Knight stance until we're level 5. Which is going to be funny, because it's the same level that we get our Feywild gear. So we're going to start doing a lot more everything. All at once.
Hear another sound of whirring
And I like that me and the guy that joined, we're on like the same page. Just like, yeah, no, we're gonna leapfrog this. So let's see. On the first one, the guys come from the end and the thing is in the middle, and the last one that's reversed.
See one of Osgood's men making his way down the tunnel ahead.
Yeah, guys come from the end, and the thing to pull is here. And then the next one, it's reversed. The guys come out of the middle section, and the thing to pull is at the end. I didn't realize bears had such a good thing, such a benefit from the Monster Manual. But if we're talking about bears in the Monster Manual, doing Wake Me Up in Feywild, you get 3 unique bears from the wise bear and the strong bear and the crafty bear or whatever it is. So like those 3, that's 3 unique bears. No more hunting around for like, this is a grizzly bear, this is a normal bear. It's like, no. 3 unique named bears right there. Nice, 5.5k in what, like minute and a half? Alright, gonna head to market. Oh, my group is no longer posted. It's fine. It'll get posted when we zone in with the public mark. Just before we zone in, let's spend our points. How many do we have? We have 2 points. So we can can start going for Eldrich Knight. Or we could just grab a little bit of extra damage. Yeah, we'll just start putting in Eldritch Knight. It's no big deal. The points aren't useful yet, but it's not like we're in desperate need of more power at the moment. Like, we've got a lot of strength here. Oh wait, I should share. Wake up.
Some of the missing adventurers litter the floor next to the lever here. Perhaps it is time to power the gate.
At least I'm a gnome, so I'm closer down to the ground for all this. Trying to hit dogs and stuff if you're a tall race is just a pain. Which I suppose makes sense and is reasonable, but that doesn't make it any less annoying. There we go. No need to recall.
Return to the woman and tell her what you have learned.
The question is which 3s to do. I kind of like Cerulean Hills. They're pretty fast, and they give good XP. Sure.
Cascades of putrid water rush
Now, time for a skip.
then spew noxious fumes.
Ow.
There does not seem to be
So many people at that point in Hardcore League just basically stop and say, let the robot do it. And the robot will walk through, take no damage, and finish the instance while everyone else just chills there because Poison Trap's scary. And to be fair, Poison Trap is scary. You lag a little and you get double tapped, you're gone. How many kills are we at? 9? Yeah. We're good to go.
a dark and stagnant pool of water. It appears to be the safest place.
Yeah, I do like that bypass. No pulling levers or anything. Just swim across and jump. You don't even need max jump. I think you need like 30-ish. How are we on kills? Yeah, good. I don't need to wait around for the scorpions. Can I get out before the scorpions attack me? Oh, nope. I cannot. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going Cerulean Hills chain. There are other 3s you could do. You could do like market 3s, but the gatekeeper stuff is all like pretty well contained. Okay, good. And he's taken 5. Excellent. I cannot take 5 yet. Nope. Share that. And off we go. goes to 2 to 5. Update party, and we're on our way. So I like, it's like, all right, I'm heading to smoke. It's like, wait, that makes it sound like I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. No, I am going to go start where there is smoke, there's fire. So, let's see, we are rank 18, so we are not even close to 5 yet. It is kind of funny how the damage numbers are like entities in the world. So, like, damage numbers will show up behind things. Like, if you hit something that's in a bush, the damage numbers are also behind the bush. Which is a little annoying. You'd think as a UI element, you'd be able to, like, just kind of see them, but that is not the case. Oh, right. Since we're in 3s, we get champs now. Now, if that guy weren't taking 5, I would actually not be killing all this stuff. I would just let it dungeon alert. This is the extent of the waiting for people to get here that I am going to be doing tonight and on these kinds of quests. As I've said earlier, like, long quests, it's not so big a deal, like, to wait a minute or two for people to get in, but if the quest is only 1 minute, I'm not going to wait 5 minutes for someone to show up to a 1 minute quest, you know? Well, this is more of like a 3 minute quest, but you know. My larger point stands. Stop running back and forth. You're hard to hit. This is why I don't play FPS.
You'll need to act quickly to save Nash's house from the flames.
Kill you. You. Alright, we're near the end. I could always just choose to not kill the boss. Close? Maybe? Maybe? Maybe not? Guild level has gone down? Oh no! Wait, what's missing me? Oh, you moved into line of sight. Maybe I should have rescued dogs. Or maybe he didn't know what he was taking at 5, but that seems unlikely. Alright, so we're going to take a quick... Stop that. So we're going to take a quick break to look at our build. Alright, so we are currently rank 18. We have 1 point left. So when we take 5... Okay. He said to finish and he'll join next. Alright, so when we take 5, we'll have 2 more points. So that's 3 total. So we need to be rank 22 to get our spell sword.
A dusty caravan blocks the road to the west.
So, yeah. We're not even gonna get that after this set, I don't think. Because, well, it's good XP. I don't know if it's that good XP to give me like a full rank per round. Buffs. Buffs.
The local orcs have transformed this cave
Just in
into a
case.
shrine. Something glimmers nearby. It must be one of the visions revealed by the gatekeeper's spell.
Now, this one is
The nearby cot
a
shows
little
that
more
this
annoying
builder
because it's got things like all the scorpions and the
should guess.
oh, that's right. I have more caster levels now, so my spells don't hit quite so much like wet noodles. Okay, they still kind of hit like wet noodles, but if I stack up enough dudes, it'll work. That's fine. You know, level 5 gear, when I'm going to have Ghostly on... Actually, no. I don't even need level 5 gear. I just need that rank 22 I was talking about a moment ago. Because Eldrich Knight stands on its own, gives you Ghost Touch. That took forever.
Full skulls decorate this modest fountain. Clear water gushes out into the basin.
Now we can just shoot these things while we go backwards. At least we're moving backwards, but we're moving. It's not as fast as forwards. Oh, he has chosen to snipe from distance, which is a smart move. Perhaps I should have done the same.
Two large
But then again, it is a little trickier when you don't have a perch. Perhaps if you had like sea bass or a nice salmon, but not perch. Oh, I shouldn't put the angles back up. Double Reaper. It's like, where's the other dude? It's like, oh, right, he went to get the other buff. Really looking forward to Ghost Touch. The sad thing is, if I had worked my gear differently, I have one of those spirit book things that drop from this chain. So I could have Ghost Touch right now if I had planned properly.
reach the home of the elders.
Oh wow. That thing here's hitting for like 20. Oh, Archeron Raven. That hurt a lot. Do I have any way to heal myself currently? I don't think I do. Like, I don't have potions, and I don't have scrolls, and I don't have spells. So we're just going forward with what we got. And hoping the ravens don't eat us. Normal ones I'm not too concerned about, but the champions and the boss, they're a little bit of a different matter. Now, will the boss kill us? Possibly. It's time to find out. Miss, miss. 7 damage. I could probably be dodging this. Nope. One of those was a champ. There it is. Oh, 2 were champs. Rip flawless bonus. Oh well, that's what I get for being greedy. And for not planning ahead and carrying healing pots.
The skull of an orc elder. Yet who was it that sent the initiate to plunder this sacred site? And why?
What's next? Mine is next? Mine is good. We can take the short route. Because I do some extra ice damage, thanks to the Nicked Repeater. Until you interrupt me. You get to die for that. But yes, it's going relatively smoothly, except for, you know, the ravens. Nevermore.
You've arrived at the main shaft of the abandoned mine. Security constructs shuffle around nearby, still active long after the miners left. A note placed above the level reads, "Entry to mine 2A is forbidden due to collapsed core, dangerous terrain, and hostile creatures." The rotting wood snaps as you step on it, dropping you into the fire.
A Flameborn fire elemental. Who would have guessed? Go figure. The fire elemental is born of flame. Ah, very appreciated. It's almost as good as Path of Exiles, like Stink, the stinking. Oh, Demon Soul. That's a problem. Yep, 50 damage. That's why this is considered the fast but the hard route. And yes, if I wanted health, I could also use the rest shrines, or have used the rest shrines in the last one as well. But, you know, I'm overconfident.
It's connected to a barrier that blocks the path forward. The barrier fades, and a wave of searing heat flushes your face. An ancient magnet brute lumbers about in a large chamber.
Now, I believe there's an exploit in here that you can target him without aggroing a bunch of this stuff. But we're not exploiting this stream. We're just killing stuff. Excellent. Making progress. Making bacon progress.
The old mine here has long since collapsed. Someone must have dug one too many times.
I still haven't figured out what causes things to dismount versus not. Because sometimes you get hit pretty hard and does nothing, and other times you get hit for 0 or 1. So it's entirely possible that it's just random chance. Like, when you get hit, you have a 20% chance to get knocked off of your mount.
Before she disappeared, Lily Hardgrove returned home in search of something bright and loud. All you see when you enter is an old woman sitting alone by the fire. She doesn't seem to notice you. The old woman rambles on, her thoughts clouded by some terrible experience. Suddenly, a shadow passes over her face. She gasps. You find a dull and rusted scythe among the other garden tools in this workshop. You take it with you. Perhaps you'll need it outside.
Like, come on, let me get the key. I want the key.
You see signs that some monsters have taken up residence in the temple system.
Okay. Oh, I have another person join. So after this, we have the underground temple,
You emerge into the hot air.
and then we have what?
You use the side to cut down the bamboo that has sprung up around the back porch.
Then we have captives.
An overgrown wasteland. The remains of the farmer's crop.
Why is it not
Struck
open?
by a headache as a cold voice sounds around you. You hear the ghostly voice again.
Almost there, Lily.
Yep.
I'm making
And now we can kill these while we wait for the while we wait for this stuff to play out.
Turns in surprise to see their strange daughter. They
So-
notice that something about her seems wrong. Unhinged even.
After this, we go down and get the apple, and then after that, we do captives,
Bird descends upon
and then we go to the
Rosemary's
hut,
sage.
and then we might be fine. It's 4 quests. Yeah,
You'll all see. My voice will shake.
we can swap out some gear. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get our Eldrich Knight stance.
When vision fades, an incorporeal figure appears.
And now look what you've done. You have my songs. Come get them.
Blinded and enraged, the phantom lunges towards you. The phantom shrieks, her voice echoing through the clearing and sending a sharp
Okay,
pain to
I
your
see another
scalp.
dot on the map.
But soon she dissolves into a thin mist and vanishes. You found Rosemary's songbook, but most of the
But
pages
the
are
dot
torn
shows up
pieces.
before people are loaded in. So if they're still loading and you finish, they don't get credit.
Song back to the gatekeepers.
He's moving though.
You realize that Rosemary's parents
Movement is a
learned
good sign that they are
her
loaded in.
songs. With the bird in tow, you can finally return to the gatekeepers and leave this cursed place behind you.
Alright, there we go. Just barely got to rank 20. So after the end of this chain, will we still do 3s? Yeah, I think we'll do waterworks after the end of this chain. It's pretty quick, and it goes from 3 to 4.
You've entered the ruined temple by its long-abandoned rear entrance. Foxpaw came here to find some sort of sacred bounty. It's time for you to figure out just what that was. This otherwise tranquil chamber is tainted by the telltale scent. The air grows more oppressive as you approach the next chamber.
This way, right? Yes, good. I think just run through the thing backwards, shooting at things.
Echoing down
Oh, playground.
Why is the sound of wheels heard inside a temple devoted to the goddess of death?
Playground is down,
Rose up from the caverns deep below.
and so are we. Okay. Oh, Carnage? I thought there was a famine that teleported to us. Okay. Let's see if we can handle the Carnage. There's a like I thought I was moving down a normal passageway, but no, this was a special passageway. It had a ring around it. 22 lightning. Now we can shoot these, and we're moving on.
The air grows warm here, where the light streams in from above the stone circle. A single massive apple rests on the ground beside you. It seems to glow with a faint.
Alright, you are going to interfere with me recalling it. So you get to die. I don't know why this guy is calling this out. It's like almost at the end. It's like, yeah, I know you are. I can see your dot on the map. I'm almost there. It's like, good. He has apologized for not being able to keep up, which is, you know, both understandable and not. It's like, yeah, I'm going pretty fast. The fact that he can't keep up is kind of expected. It's like, I don't expect everyone to be able to keep up. I don't know if he's like a first lifer, or if he's new, or if he's just like doesn't have move speed yet. Like, I've been carried plenty of times. Sometimes I carry, sometimes I get carried. It's just how the game goes. Alright, you get to go away. I don't feel like getting dotted by you. Triple misses. Alright, can I pull this without getting interrupted? Yes. Better if we hit know the angles. You killed me in hardcore. I ate like 100 damage fireball on a character that had like 90 something health. It was ridiculous. Oh, he actually dropped because he's like, he didn't want a pike, which is fine. Like, for some people it's like, ooh, free experience, and for others it's just like, I would like to actually play my game instead of just kind of like run through a dungeon that has everything already dead. Which, you know, that's a respectable stance. It is a game in the end. There is not... If the style of gameplay for the group you're in does not match what lets you have fun playing the game, then you can find another group. Some groups want to go slow, some want to go fast. Some that want to go fast do go fast. Some that want to go fast don't, because they can't. Like, they're just not equipped to. But yeah, whatever playstyle best fits is the one that you should do. And he decided that this group was not a good fit for him. So, respect. Quick and easy. So we are rank 20, but we're close. So doing the hut will get us to level 5, and we can put on our Feywild gear. go. We are all prepared. But we need one more point. One more point to start dealing, 1d8 damage per hit. But I got nothing. 1d8 damage per hit is not that impressive yet. But it will be impressive later on. Once it's no longer 1d8, but 28d8. And scaling with spell power. But right now, I don't have anything that really scales, so. Housekeeping. Oh, he beat me here.
One of the hags notices your presence.
Would you look at that? More adventurers. I don't remember.
Gets his ups on him.
Hag responds.
Stop thinking with your gut, Beatrice. They brought us another set of ritual.
Oh, I can get level 2 spells now. I forgot that I get those pretty quick. I don't need blur, because I have permanent blur from being a gnome.
Luck had nothing to do with it.
But I could pick up Scorch, right? Or is Scorch level 2? Yeah, I could grab Scorch. Scorch is super handy.
Says Beatrice.
Tell me we get to eat them this time. I'm wasting away the
Just grab Scorch and Snowball Storm or something. I mean, I could grab Web, but let's be honest, at this level, I'm not too worried about crowd control.
Responds Cadence.
And I don't need Knock, because I can just pick them, because I have, those skills. I could grab Invisibility for some quests. I could grab Invisibility for all quests, basically, and just try to see if I can Invisibility run them. But not all quests are set up for that.
Oh, look, more flies stuck in the jam. Welcome to hell, idiots.
Grumbles Thel.
We screwed up. Bad.
Adds Capstone. There has to be something we can do, mutters Foxpaw.
Unfortunately, this is not a great one for me.
Would you like
It's just
some
the one that I know how to do. Because these things are all immune to frost. Which is why this would be way, way better. Ooh, play again, Carnage. Okay, I banked on hitting at least one of those 6 shots. Or rather, I banked on hitting at least 2 of those 6 shots, and I hit 1. So I got smacked. Which is fine. That was a misclick. I got so used to Last Life, I had a ranged attack on that button, not a short range spell.
Look, I know now that taking that spell was a bad idea, but I was just trying to locate a threat. How was I supposed to know that the threat was me?
And also, I keep thinking it's like, oh, yeah, I've got Precise Shot, I need to stack it up, but no. No, we're not stacking up Precise Shot.
I know. It's hard to think straight when you're fighting.
Says Thel.
But it feels so good to get mad.
Oh, that's actually funny. So, because it's Soul of Ice, it resists ice, so it's taking less ice damage. Which actually is beneficial because it means it heals less from the ice.
Is that what the hag's counting on? Am I just a mad dog tied to their leash? Oh, that makes me so angry. I gotta be in a pond. Thanks for listening.
So he's like 3 Ranger, 2 Alchemist?
Let's think this one through.
Oh, 4 Ranger, 1 Rogue. I see, yes. Yes, the glue bomb is from a rogue talent.
Your soul isn't all transparent like mine.
Thel says. He leans closer.
Hey, what did you do?
The hags continue to argue somewhere up above.
Beatrice, you eat when we're done. Focus on the ritual. Focus on the spell. It's just me.
Says Beatrice.
Let her rip. We will know the angles. See if we can get this done in under 5 minutes.
All right, you bet. Beatrice, eat them.
Cadence says.
Eat them all.
That's right, they're immune to fire. This is fine. Beatrice goes down, and Agnes goes last. This one heals, so if you like try to target that one first, it just doesn't work. Just keep healing them. All right.
As she falls over and
I'm gonna take 5.
Will you hurry up? We're on a schedule.
Cadence reappears on a tree stump.
Not before
then
Harbor.
Disappears just as suddenly. Agnes collapses, groaning.
All right.
Got me.
Then she poops into a cloud
Wizard
of
trainer.
dust.
You. Next level is a wizard. We want concentration, spellcraft. We'll grab some disable device. And some jump. No, not jump. Swim. There we go. We know all the spells. Oh, if he said he's going to go turn in gatekeepers. So if he's turning in gatekeepers, I'm going to prepare spells. And I am already prepared in that I already have spell components and all. So we are going to take Electric Loop and Invisibility and Scorch. Scorch, Electric Loop. I'm going to put Invisibility over here. And at level 1, we're going to grab another buff, maybe? Speediest Retreat, no. None of this stuff is really... we'll grab Merfolk's Blessing, because there's often swimming to be done. Alright, inventory. Clothing upgrade. Crown of Leaves. Not flesh and... Alright, we're gonna go over here. Makes it easier to see things. Okay. I have apparently conjured way too many bolts. I got too used to how fast you go through them when you're popping no holds barred. Right. I have that, but I don't have a second level of Artificer to use it. I was using Hellfire, but that's fine. We'll stay with Nicked. We don't need anything else here. Alright. Belt of the Ram. Cloak of Winter. Crown of Leaves. Gloves of Tranquility. Thorn Boots. Blue Raptor Feather we can't put on yet. Nocturne. This is True Seeing, because we didn't have True Seeing yet. And then the other one should be Spring Storms. And then we get Fine Lash and Windsor's Court Necklace. Excellent. Yes, we were prepared with our level 5 gear on us. Alright. Was that all the slots? Yes, 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 yes. We're keeping that one because it has my Master's Gift in it. That gets replaced at 7. And I would have used the one from Chronoscope, but I upgraded it to Epic. So I don't have it right now. Unless I have another one that I've forgotten about, which is entirely possible. Yes. By the end of Waterworks, we will be able to actually do Eldrich Knight stuff. Oh, he's already in. I thought I beat him here, but I was wrong. Everything's dead. No wonder the other guy was like, I don't know, I just can't keep up. Like, because I thought I was going fast, but then the other guy keeps beating me to things. So, I guess he's even faster than I am. In we go. Acquire guard room key. Alright, I'm gonna pick this. Now, note that even though you can pick this, you still need the guard room key in order to advance the quest. So, yes, you can pick it, but it doesn't really help anything unless you are splitting. If you're splitting, it works, because he can go get the key and I can continue making progress without having to wait for it.
I hear an arrogant and loud hissing voice behind the door.
It occurs to me that I don't think I have Ghost Touch on my level 5 gear set, because I'm relying on the Ghost Touch from the Eldrich Knight stance. Which is fine, we get that in one more rank anyway. But it does mean that, for the purposes of these quests, they, I still might have a little bit of difficulty hitting Reapers. There we go. He got the key. It looks like it was in the spider room, like the storage room. Easy 6K. This is what trust looks like. Because of what the other guy's been doing so far, I am able to trust and predict that he's going to clean up all that stuff, so I can push forward and he'll clear the way for the escort before I get to it. Now, of course, I might be wrong. My trust might be misplaced, or I might have just... Well, trust misplaced makes it seem like it's his fault. I might just be wrong, like I might have the wrong read. So he's right there, he's upstairs. Alright. I don't think we aggro downstairs, so I think we can sneak him out. There we go. We didn't aggro downstairs. Oh, he's off doing optionals. That's fine. Or, oh, he was coming down on the bottom side while I went top side. There we go. 2 minutes, 7K. This is why we run waterworks. Oh, and I hit rank 22. Which means, because we're recalling out to go to the other ones, we get to do this. What do we have? We have the most electric. So we're going to go with electric. Unless we need to switch it for some reason. So there we go. An extra 1d8 electric damage. And by 1d8, we mean more than that. Because we have how much? About 140? Yeah, 130. So 1d8 is about 4.5 damage on average. And multiply that by about 2.5. So we're looking at about 11 damage on hit. Ish. So that adds up pretty quick on a repeater. Because we're gonna be rounded down, then we round it up, so I'm gonna say we end up at about 35 extra damage per click. And of course, we do have Scorch for AoE, if we just want to pull everything and ignore the fact that we can blow stuff up with our repeater. We just group things up in Scorch. Although technically Electric Loop has more spell power to it. Oh, that's fine. We need to come down here and pull these first. I was like, oh, I'm going to skip off to the side. No, that's not how that works. Ah, yes, the one healing from the regeneration on my bracers. Now we take like 3 damage. Okay, now we're going to take like 12 damage, but that's fine. Then we'll go help him out on the other side, probably. Oh well, I took more damage there than I expected, but reflex saves against the heal. Very, very handy to not get healed there. Hi. Really? Swap to our Featherfall Cloak. And we're going to cast Invisibility when we drop down.
Dropping straight down this shaft would be deadly. You see pipes intersecting it that might help break your fall.
Back to our good cloak.
Notice
That has like death block and stuff on it, which is much better than the other cloak.
They read Chief Jittix Rune.
Go.
You hear loud
Open the
footsteps
door.
on the other side.
That was the wrong chest. That's the right one. Yeah, there we go. Now let's see if we get lucky on spawns on this one. This is one of the ones with like your monitor contrast actually matters. It's like, can I see what I'm looking for? I don't think he can be cued through them either. I'm gonna check when I actually get visual confirmation of him.
Cruel implements of torture are scattered around the town.
I'm pretty sure the left is just a shrine. Yes. Okay, good. So we're just gonna keep turning left. Because I believe my partner here has kept turning right. And eventually we'll cover everything.
A shamanic-looking kobold makes nonsense outside of the altar to its
I need to remember that it's only worth casting spells at this point if it's a large group. Large group. Not like 3, like a lot. Alright, nothing on the left.
You hear the cold scraping of bones against brick.
Alright, now it's a race. We get to see who finds him first. Although the quest does spoil itself if you go the wrong way. It's like, quest objective, avenge him. It's like, oh. Looks like the guy we're trying to find is more of a recovery mission. Yeah, see, you can't queue him through the wall. Wait, no. Oh, you can. Good. I get to spam that harder in future runs. 3, 2, 1. There we go. 3 minutes on that. What other 3s? Like, there's catacombs, but I don't really like catacombs. Plus, it's full of undead. And not only that, but like skeletons who resist stuff, and like they don't take the cold damage, they don't take the piercing damage. There's Salt Marsh, but do I really want to do Salt Marsh? Syndicate. Clear by selection. 3 to 6. See if we can get more nicked things. You know, it took me forever. Like, when I initially saw that, I thought that nicked was like banged up, like has little notches in it. Until, you know, I came to my senses. It's like, wait a second, this whole thing is about like stealing stuff. Nicked as in like filched, stolen, illegally appropriated. We'll get one more thing of bolts, why not? Sure, just need to take 6. Oh, he's running a pot. Like, he's way far ahead of me. If he's like almost capped. Oh yeah, he's running a 50% pot. So really he's gonna be, our level difference is gonna take over at some point. But actually not anytime super soon, because I'm technically under level. Ah, he's got a bunch of them. Stop moving sideways. You know I can't hit things that are strafing. It's not fair. Oh, that's a Carnage Reaper. When do I get that shot on this? Do I get precise shot at 6 on this build, or do I not have the base attack bonus for it? Let's check the build. I do get it at 6. Okay, good. Yeah, the only thing that's going to ruin this run and like kill the guys that we're trying to guard is going to be Reapers, as always. Like, Reapers are a mess. The NPCs were not scaled to take hits from Reapers. Fortunately, the main dude isn't going to die, but his brother might. Especially since I can't heal him. I'm trying to look at the timers on my buffs to see how long he's got to get in here, because I think it's a 5-minute quest, and my buffs are 5 minutes. So he's probably only got like a minute or so to get in. It all just depends on how long it takes him to take 6. Just ruin all of his furnishings. Yes, we shall ruin all of the furnishings. Oh, nice. He's in like just in time. But yeah, I suppose that we are going to stay in the same-ish range because, well, I'm in here under level. These are level 4 quests. I'm level 5. So, and you might think, like, why is that under level? Because that's the base level. When you do them on Elite or Reaper, they're level 6. So technically, I am 1 under. But that's fine. Mostly it's fine because, well, it's, there's a couple things coming up that make this a non-issue. Which is when you get to the level that is Three Barrel Cove and Feywild, which is just like, okay, these are base level 5 quests, and they give ridiculous amounts of XP. So he was like just a hair away from capping, which means that he is at exactly the XP you need to take 7. So I am literally a level and a half under.
The foyer of the shiny shilling is tastefully as you rush forward. Accountants flee towards that pillar. Guards cover their escape. Across the room, you see a false bookcase swing shut, covering the money launderer's estate. The false bookcase swings open, revealing the door ahead is barricaded on the other side. The money launderer is well.
We're ignoring the trap. We're trusting that our partner can handle that. Like, we're abandoning him. It's like, no. He can do this for himself. We believe in him.
A storehouse of illicit goods opens before your eyes. The accountants use their financial strategy to make these ill-gotten gains look like legitimate funds.
We are not going for the optional. We do not care. Beast mode day. Blood. You. Gross. Why is the door closed?
But a stealthy entrance would make your mission.
I really wish dots didn't interrupt lever pulling. It's really annoying.
The illegal money in the shiny shilling has been dealt with.
There we go.
The accountant's fate demonstrates the folly of associating with.
I always forget the order. But I know we have to get the fresco first. So I'm going to go grab that for us. Nope, we don't need to do that for our dragon mark. He's right there ahead of us. Very nice. What are our spells? That's right, yeah. So the question is, where do we go from here? I hadn't really considered it that much. Like, Well, where can we get imbue dice? We don't get one from here. We don't get them until we go over here. And that's a long way away at level 12. So we could come in here and get like one there, but that's 7 points for that. And it doesn't give us good stuff for, well, for if we're not inquisitive, really. And these things used to take a ridiculous amount of beat down, but here we are just like, nope, just plinking away. And we're gonna like kill the guards because we don't care about the XP. Actually, I'm gonna not kill the guards because I don't care about the Reaper XP. Boom.
Leaving the exit clear for you.
Okay, bookbinder. Rim chest.
You hear struggling from the inside, hesitant footsteps on the metal bound one of the hospitals. And your arrival has given her a chance to express an outrage against the sheriff.
Am I just gonna discover something through the room? Yeah, bookbinder. Yep. That's how that goes. I'm gonna pull this lever. I still don't know what these levers do.
You hear struggling from the inside. The elderly woman looks like she's given herself a silicate.
I'm pretty sure like these open the rooms next door, like, and there's a way to do this without a rogue. But I have forgotten what that is. And or I never learned it in the first place. Some combination of those.
One of them you hear struggling from the inside. It's time to get all of them out of there quickly.
How much extra is it to actually get them to the exit? Oh, a couple hundred each.
Buckwald, Victor leaves the house.
Sure, why not?
Safely out.
I'm not gonna stick around for the rest though. Okay, so we turn in that, and then we turn in the Stormweaver Fresco, and that should get us flagged for repossession? I'm always iffy on the order on this set. we go. Keep possession. Right off we go.
So this is what a life of crime and corruption can purchase. All the more for you to smash while searching for the Storm Reaver's fresco.
The thing is, I forget what the combination is.
You hear gears behind the walls. If the Storm Reaver fresco is an indication of how Zircon acquired his art pieces, then the items in this private gallery are likely stolen.
I do appreciate that the other guy in here ran through and auto-detected all of the traps. There we go. And we're done. Nice and quick and easy. This scene, and then I think it's just come out and slay. So, really quick run. Here's hoping I can get there before other people zone in. Oh, no such luck.
A gruff voice drifts up from the courtyard. The other gangs must have already arrived.
I thought you could... Oh, he dropped because he couldn't get in? I thought you could red door it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Talon does not escape. But now you will face the guilty challenge of escaping this mansion alive.
And we're off.
The miner collapses with a final stir. You find a small chest clutched.
Stupid table. It's like, why are they all taking so long to die? It's like, oh, because my partner is doing optionals. Like, oh right, he didn't come this way. He went the other way. Because he trusted me to take care of the main route while he got us some extra XP. Which is nice.
You've made it out of the mansion, but the alleyways are still gates on either side of the alley bar you.
this lever.
You may be able to find it hard to breathe.
The Prowler goes down, and we get a remnant chest, which is always nice.
The familiar sound of the marketplace can be heard coming from the other
Go.
side of a nearby door. You've successfully escaped the tenements.
What other 4s are there? Like, there's the depths chain. She should be on, well, on level 4, even with pot. And I am under level 4, but I'm really not concerned because I'm getting to the point where it's 3-Barrel Cove and Fae, and at which point it's like, yeah, doesn't matter. No, I've got all those, or all the ones that I want. Okay. Just try- Okay. He's selling, so I will go and grab the quests for us. And I will look at my build and see what my next step is. What is the next big thing we're building towards? Share the depths quests. And take a quick look here. Okay, so in theory, we're done here, and we're just in these 2 trees now. The thing is, this only works when you're in style, and like the attack and damage only works for non-repeating here. So I could just drop a couple points here and be like, oh, like we get 1 to hit and damage. Or we could come over here and just be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to, what is this? We're gonna put points in here for +2 to hit and damage with repeaters. So I think that's what we're going for. We're gonna go a little bit deeper in the racial tree for now because there's nothing super compelling. Oh, he's ahead of me. I thought that we were going to take that extra time because, well, he's off selling, clearly. Clearly I can pause for a moment to talk about build things, but nope. Nope, he's right on top of stuff. That's a lot of champs altogether. Fortunately, we're a little busted. imprisoning me, all that I see.
It is oppressively dark here, save for a few flickering torches that might provide enough light to fight the
Oh, is this one that opens as soon as I kill the guys? Yeah. I like gray uses because they don't split. That guy casts Sleet Storm, so we hate him. Because we don't have freedom of movement at this level. And, yeah, Sleet Storm sucks. This one. Shield Bane, you say? I wonder if he's under his armor. I forget, what do I have to kill to open it? Is it the ground guys? I don't think it's the guys on the balcony. Yeah, just the guys on the ground. Alright. I'm gonna break the large slimes. And then we can use our AoE. And not get absolutely destroyed by all the Reaper spawns that we just made happen. Hopefully. Maybe. Wait, I don't have auto search yet. It's like, ah, that's right. But I do have true seeing. So while I don't get traps, I do auto find doors. Or at least I still auto find doors at this level. I don't remember exactly how long true seeing works, but at this point, it's pretty good. I failed to save. How low did I have to roll? The answer is 1. I rolled a 1. Passed on a 7. Well, assuming it was the same difficulty save. It may not have been, like, because some of them were, like, medium and some were large. Now while I'm slowly walking up the flowing water, he's gonna go kill the boss. Very convenient, that. Okay, or I will show up to finish off the boss. But he's going to pull the boss and have it halfway dead by the time I get there, so we are still an effective team. Actually, let's try this. doesn't work on oozes because oozes have a tremor sense. Oh, the elemental saw me. So it doesn't really work. Ooh. I thought I'd be moving fast enough that it didn't hit me. Yep. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll grab this trap. Hopefully. Oh, you know what I still haven't done? I still have not pulled out my my Reaper double shot steroid. I've got a cooldown I could be using here. Alright, so we could take 6 now. And the only reason to not take 6 would be if there were a bunch of 3s that I still wanted to. And the only 3s that are still up, really, are Saltmarsh and, like, various market ones, which I don't really want to do. So... yeah, like, what other 3s are there? Oh, yeah. So... I think that will be it. We're just going to go ahead and take 6. And next time we're on, which we may or may not be streaming next time I'm on, but we will see. We will probably head to Three Barrel Cove. Yes, it is very early for that. I'll be level 6, and I'll still be a level down, but there's just so much experience at level 5 and 6 between Three Barrel Cove and Feywild that I'm not actually concerned about it. We are getting a wizard level. Concentration, spellcraft, another swim. We don't need jump because we have the spell and it caps. I don't want to waste any skill points when I take the Artificer level is the thing. So we're going to grab Diplomacy. Why not? Right. And for our class feat, we're going to grab Quicken. And for our ranged feat, we're going to grab Precise Shot. And of course, we already know all of the spells we can cast. So let's go to feats. We can prepare some spells, but we're going to put this here as another buff. We're going to put this here as a cooldown. And what? There's another thing we were doing. That's right, we were heading to feats. We're going to take our meta magics out. We're going to turn them both on full time. Okay, we're going to turn that on full time. We're not going to turn Quicken on because we'll waste it on on buffing. But we will turn Quicken on. Oh, I didn't have Maximize on for Scorch. That's why it felt like it wasn't hitting very hard. Okay. But we have level 3 spells now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go and prepare level 3 spells. So what are we going to do? We've got Displacement that we can cast if we're worried about it. We've got Haste we can cast. Which is actually only a 5% attack speed buff, because we get 10 from our quiver. We could grab Lightning Bolt, but instead we're going to grab Fireball. Actually, what do we have more spell power for? Acid and Fire are the same, so Fireball, save 29 reflex, save 28 reflex, and there's less that resists fire, so we're just going to go with Acid Blast, Maximize, Quicken, always on, and I guess we'll go with Displacement too, because why not? I mean, the why not is it only lasts 30 seconds, so I'm not even going to bother casting it. So Haste is the same boat, 30-second duration, just not worth it. The question is, what else is worth it? I think I'm just going to prep Fireball. So, yes, this does take 50 spell points, and I only have 750. But, you know, I'll have a little bit more in Reaper mode, right? Well, not really, not at this level. We have 0 action points. Our next 2 are going to go here for more Gnomish weapon training. And then we can start going in here. Like, what are we even going to get here next? It's like, okay, well, we can get MRR, which is okay, but not really necessary at this point. We can get improved shield, which, you know, some PRR, it's handy. Now, quick draw, very, very nice, and 10 universal spell power. So, Imbue the Blade is good. But we can't get that till next level anyway, because we don't have enough levels in Wizard. So, that would be that. The question is, when do we drop into Inquisitive? And the answer is, I don't know. Like, if we do it at 8... it's not really worth it until we can get up here to like no holds barred and that. So I think we're gonna stick with repeaters until 12? Which is an interesting thought. The fun thing is, next level we get an extra imbue dice for hitting level 6 of Wizard. So that's nice. So we'll get some more spell power, we'll get quick draw, which is super handy, and we'll get we'll get another imbue dice, because right now we have 1, I think. I have 1 imbue dice, so that doubles it. But we have gone from 1 to 6. So what did we do tonight? Well, we did all of we did basically, not basically, we did all of the level 1s. So all of Korthos, all of Keep on the Borderlands, and the level 2 capstone in Borderlands. We did all the Harbor 2s except for the Hasdale Chain. Yes, yes. and Misery's Peak. And then for 3s, we did Gatekeeper's Chain, all of it. We did all of Waterworks, we did all of Depths, and we did all of the things. Sharn Syndicate Chain. So we're gonna go and grab ourselves a little reward from the guys over there and be like, hey, I heard you like giving people bag space. I would like some bag space, please. And of course the gatekeepers have a little... Oh! We can get more bag space. Double bag space. But excellent. That will end stream for tonight. Ooh, lots of internal errors, I suppose. So that will end stream for tonight. I don't think we have enough people on to raid anyone, so we will not be raiding anyone. We may or may not be back tomorrow. I am still figuring out a schedule for the new year. So for anyone who is still here, thank you for stopping by and hanging out. It is time to sleep some, and I will see you next time.